bonjour, hi. Welcome back to another coffee talk. For those of you who are not familiar with coffee talks, it's a series I have on this channel where every Friday I sit down with a cup of coffee, I sip on it while I talk about different topics that have been on my mind for the past week, and this week is no exception. Today I wanted to be outside because I just felt like it. In all honesty, I was kind of tired of being stuck indoors, so this was my opportunity to go out. But again, if you're used to coffee talks, you know that I always start them with something completely random, so that was it. Because that is not what we're talking about today. Today, we are talking about the art of letting go. I feel like these keep on getting broader and broader. Like, this is just so vague, the art of letting go. But just bear with me. Hang in there. We're gonna go through this together. Let's do it. I've always kind of struggled with letting things go for multiple reasons. I think I've mentioned this probably in another coffee talk where I like things to work my way. I like to control things, and I like to feel like I have some sort of power towards like whatever is happening to me. And in a way I kind of do, but in a way I kind of don't. And I think that's the reality for most people, actually everyone. There are things you can control and there are things you cannot control, and that's just how it is. And in all fairness, for again, most of the things I say on these coffee talks, it's easier said than done. And knowing that there are things that I cannot control is my way of kind of, I don't know, getting accustomed to letting things go and letting things just be. And that's really hard for me. I've always kind of been the person that would say that I needed closure for everything and anything. But I've come to realize that I didn't actually need it. I just wanted it for most of the times. Yes, there are times where it's easier, I guess, that's quote unquote easier to move on when you do have closure, but sometimes that closure is not going to be what you expected it to be. So having that last conversation with someone, for example, isn't always going to turn out the way that you would have wanted it to turn out. And so maybe in that situation, it would have just been better to let it go and to move on. And there's a way to let things go. Like, it's not just simply moving on, because, you know, sometimes but you will want to hold on to certain things and to let go of other things. And that's okay if you do it gradually. That's your way of doing it. We all do it differently. Yeah, obviously, thank you for the clarification. Oh my god. This is going to be one hell of a ride. Just buckle up. Let's open up a parenthesis here. I usually know within the first couple of seconds if this is going to be a good coffee talk or if this is going to be hectic. Is that even a word? See? That proves my point. I felt it when I sat down that today was going to be an interesting coffee talk. We can close that parentheses and carry on. I'll cut the crap with you. One of the things that I struggle the most with to just like let go of is past relationships. And I can't believe I just said that. I'm having a hard time to like detach myself from someone else's decision, even though that decision has nothing to do with me or with something I've done or with something I've said. I have a hard time letting go of that and moving on. And I guess that it all comes down to exactly what I've said in the beginning, where I have a hard time with losing control, with not having control over what is happening to me. And so having somebody else make the decision to end a relationship, whatever the nature of the relationship was, is always, what's the word? The opposite of stabilizing. What would that be? Anyway, what I'm trying to say here is, and I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to that, because that's just our generation, is I'm having a hard time to let go of people and what they mean to me. But what I have to understand is that most of these people that I have to let go brought me something, and then they didn't anymore. And it doesn't mean that whatever I've had with them, or whatever memories I have of them or with them, or like activities I did with them, or moments I cherished with them, isn't doing me good anymore. It's just that it's not happening anymore. And I am a nostalgic. So you guessed it, that is not helping me what I'm trying to let things go, because I hold on to the memories and I hold on to the feelings that those memories once brought me. And it makes it harder for me to let go because I'm holding on to that, which is good. Like, those feelings and those memories are valid and they exist, but they're memories. And I think this is where most of us get caught, is we hold on to the memories and we hold on to our interpretation of those memories, and we also hold on to what could have been. And that's a problem. So in my case, that's usually what happens. I'm having a hard time to just let go because I'm fantasizing about what could have been. I'm fantasizing about like all these ideas and all these plans I've made with somebody, for example, or all these plans I've had for myself, professionally, financially, whatever it may be. I'm a nostalgic, but I'm a daydreamer. So, wow, I'm not helping my case here. So yeah, all of this to say, letting go is hard for me, as repetitive as it may sound. Cheers to that. It is a work in progress. I'm constantly and actively trying to be more present and to be more, I guess, grounded in what I do and appreciate what is and not what was or what could be. And this is what I have to hold on to. This is what I'm trying to hold on to in my life at the moment. But again, I'm repeating myself here, but it is easier said than done. And this is why I'm just like this is why I'm doing all of this. All of these coffee talks is me pouring my heart out and sharing my thoughts and my opinions and the way I see life and the way I feel things and the way I think, in hopes that people are going to relate. I don't know where I was headed with that. But yeah. So, if I could sum it up and wrap it up, because I'm getting lost in the sauce, I would say that the key to the art of letting go is to be present. I said a whole bunch of words during 7 minutes? All of this for that? You are welcome. All jokes aside, we're in this together. I myself struggle with that, so I'm just sharing what I've come to realize recently, and just enjoy life the way it is. And apparently, actually, I did a little quiz, and apparently, was it 53 or 63%? Something between 50 and 60% of the population on this earth thinks that we're living in a simulation. So maybe keep that in mind when you're wanting closure with someone. Hey, it's just a game. It's just a simulation. Don't quote me on that. I'm just referencing whatever I read. This is my cue to end this here. Otherwise, it's just going to get weirder and weirder. So on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. I truly, truly, truly mean it. Hopefully, I have made a little difference in your day today. If you would like to make a difference in mine, you know what to do. And I'm going to wish you in bonne journée.